So today we'll be taking a look at a few stories with Paige, Roman Reigns, and the latest with Bray Wyatt. Let's start things off with this quick mysterious update from Paige. All Paige had to do was tweet one word and the internet just exploded with speculation. She took to Twitter earlier this week to simply tweet out the word January with no other context besides that. Just the word January. Lots of fans are taking this one-word tweet from Paige, trying to break it down and find the deeper meaning behind whatever her January reveal is about. The first things fans wondered was if this is the next time frame that we could see her return to the ring. Paige has been very vocal in recent weeks about mentally being ready to return to the ring. She just has to work on being physically ready. She has to get that clearance and make a miracle recovery for her severely injured and surgically repaired neck. So, could this be the date of her next big checkup to get clearance? A time frame for her return or something like that? Well, given the fact that she didn't provide much context, all of that are possibilities for sure. But we have to remember what Paige said a few weeks ago when she was talking about all this on her stream. She said that she does feel confident that she'll get cleared and return one day, but that she won't say a word about being cleared to anyone because she wants it to be a surprise that no one knows about beforehand. So knowing that's how she feels about keeping it all a surprise, that's what makes it seem a bit unlikely that this tweet was in reference to a wrestling return. Paige just said a few weeks ago that she would keep everything about her clearance extremely radio silent. The other question fans were asking as well, maybe that's the end of her WWE contract. But that's not true either. Paige revealed in the same live stream from a few weeks ago that her current WWE deal expires in June 2022. January 2022 would still be 5-6 months away from her contract expiration, so it can't be that either. Whatever it is, Paige has the fans guessing and talking about what this mysterious January tweet may be in reference to. So we'll see if Paige keeps rolling out more hints and teasers about what's going on there. The hype for Bray Wyatt's wrestling return continues to grow as we get closer to the end of his 90-day non-compete clause. There's been several reports on Bray Wyatt's wrestling return and even some tweets from the man himself. So we'll get into all that right now. Let's start off with the big reports going around right now about the rumored date for Bray's AEW debut. Reports claim that AEW is looking at September 29th as the debut date for Bray Wyatt. The AEW show will be live from Rochester, New York, the hometown of the late great Brody Lee. It doesn't get much closer than Bray and Brody. These two were the best of friends, the closest friends. Everyone knows how close they were. Brody was supposed to appear in front of his hometown crowd last year during the start of his AEW run, but pandemic issues obviously canceled that show from happening. But a lot of people are looking at this 2021 Rochester AEW show as a chance to do something special again. We'll probably see some great tributes to Brody Lee during that hometown show. And what better way to top it all off than with the AEW debut of Brody's best friend, Bray Wyatt. Reports claim that it's not just a fan theory, but this is allegedly AEW's actual plans if he signs. The one big loophole with this report that not a lot of people are talking about is Bray's 90-day non-compete clause. Unless Bray found a way around it or received a much shorter clause, a traditional 90-day non-compete clause would keep Bray sidelined until October 29th. So that's why this entire Rochester debut report sounds a bit bogus. If Bray is under an ordinary 90-day clause, he's not going to be fully available until the end of October, early November. Even though a Rochester debut would be such an emotionally great moment, the 90-day clause is what seems to debunk that report. But who knows, maybe Bray did get a shorter clause. Maybe there's a legal way around it. We'll just have to wait and see what's the situation there. Bray also did tweet out a few messages in response to a few fans who mentioned how they missed him. He had this to say, "Everything will be clear. I'll see you all very soon. Revenge is a confession of pain. You've never seen the real me." So just a few lines there from Bray, but it's still a lot to take in. That line of "I'll see you all very soon" most definitely indicates and further confirms that he's going to be somewhere big, where he'll be able to be seen by all of his fans again. That really isn't new information, but it's more just confirmation from him that he's not hanging up the boots and retiring. He's definitely coming back to wrestling, so that itself is very exciting news. He also had the line of "You never seen the real me," most likely in reference to switching up the character in a whole new light that we've never seen before. It feels like he's coming back with another masked look, but the entire Firefly Funhouse act is most likely not coming back at all. This seems to be the perfect opportunity for him to drastically reinvent himself again, and it looks like he's very happy to take that opportunity for sure. We're going to see the real Bray, the real Windham, wherever he ends up at. A whole new character, whole new name, possibly a whole new direction. It'll be interesting to see what happens if he does cross over with some familiar old WWE foes such as CM Punk and Bryan Danielson. Will they make reference to their WWE history? They most likely will, so it'll be interesting to see how the past ties into Bray's new direction. Extreme Rules is getting closer, and the closer it gets, the more fans are wondering if this could be Roman's last night as WWE Universal Champion. For pretty much the first time in his entire year-long reign, Roman could be entering a match as the underdog. That's extremely weird to say, especially when you're talking about someone who has been champion for well over a year. But that's just how everything seems right now. The Demon Finn Balor is technically still Finn, just with body paint. That's true. But the Demon in the WWE universe is treated like this supernatural character that's impossible to beat. Yeah, we have The Fiend, but The Fiend suffered a handful of embarrassing losses and even went on a losing streak during his final few months with WWE. So that mystique of this supernatural character was fading for The Fiend. But when it comes to the Demon, you still have that respect for him as a supernatural character because he hasn't lost a single match in his 5-year main roster career. Every time the Demon comes out, it's an automatic win. So fans have been going back and forth a lot on this lately. Did WWE really bring the Demon back after 2 years just to lose to Roman Reigns? Or did they bring him back as the big character to dethrone Roman Reigns? That's the big question that will remain unanswered until Extreme Rules. A lot of fans are leaning towards Roman losing the title here. The Demon either beats Roman straight up or you get Paul Heyman involved. He fully turns on Roman and the Bloodline to screw Roman out of the title and align himself back with Brock Lesnar. The Demon Finn Balor goes on as Universal Champion to face some of the other top heels on SmackDown, while Roman Reigns and the Bloodline focus on Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. A lot of fans have been saying that this story is so great right now between Roman and Brock that the title isn't really needed in the feud at all. Brock Lesnar vs. Roman Reigns in a non-title will still be main event worthy due to all the drama around the story. Plus, you add in the situation of Heyman costing Roman Reigns his yearly long reign as champion, and that makes things even more intense. So, will the Demon be the one to dethrone Roman? He has a very strong case, but we'll see how that continues to unfold. What are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments, don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.